My heart thudded like a warning bell counting down, but no one seemed to care. I was 16, stuck in a hospital room that reeked of bleach and fear, when my parents made it clear I wasn't worth the cost of saving. That decision didn't just hurt, it transformed me. It turned pain into steel. My name is Caleb Morrow, and this isn't a story about forgiveness. It's about becoming your own hero when the people meant to protect you walk away. The room was a sterile prison of humming machines and whitewashed walls. Every beep echoed the clock, ticking away what little time I had left. The doctor stood at the foot of my bed, voice even but heavy. Lymphoma. Immediate treatment, or I wouldn't survive the year. I was still a kid, barely figuring out who I was, staring into a future that might never come. My parents stood near the window, shadows long and silent. They didn't meet my eyes. My mother's voice was emotionless. "We can't afford it, Caleb. Your sister's education is already arranged. Ava, their golden child, the one they invested in, the one they never hesitated for." I managed to whisper, "You're saying no?" My father looked down, silent. My mother added, flat and hollow, "It's in God's hands now." Then they left, just like that. Their footsteps faded into silence. I lay there, staring at the ceiling, gripping the blanket like it could hold me together. The nurse gently asked, "Is there anyone else?" Her eyes were too kind, like she was already mourning me. But in that cold, fluorescent silence, something sparked inside me. If they wouldn't fight for me, I'd fight for myself. I said it out loud, just to the empty room. "I'm not finished." The next morning, my phone buzzed. It was my grandfather, Gramps. His voice was gravel and fire. "Hold tight, kid. I'll be there in an hour." And he stormed into the hospital like he owned the place, leather jacket creaking, eyes burning through fogged-up lenses. He didn't ask about my parents. He didn't need to. He grabbed my hand and said, "You're mine now." And just that, kept me breathing. Gramps battled with doctors, bullied insurance reps, even sold his watch to pay for first treatment. He never asked what I was worth. He just believed I was. His home became my sanctuary. A battered trailer with peeling shutters and a backyard that bloomed with wildflowers. Every morning, I woke to note by my bed, "You matter." I read it like a prayer. We built a quiet rhythm. Coffee before dawn, blues on the radio, the metallic rhythm of his tools late into the night. Slowly, my body began to recover. But something else grew, too. Clarity. All my life I've been second to Ava, her trophies displayed, my artwork stuffed in drawers. When I won a statewide art contest at 13, my mother barely glanced at it. "Don't leave your paints out," she said. Even when I got sick, they ignored it like it was an inconvenience. I saw them posting about Ava's scholarship. Balloons. Cheers. Nothing about me, fighting for my life. One night, while Gramps was fixing a broken chair in the shed, I checked his old phone and found messages from my parents to Ava. My mother, "He's just acting out." My father, "We can't risk Ava's future on him." I wasn't a person to them. I was a problem. That's when I knew. I didn't want their guilt. I wanted the truth to be seen. I wanted the people who admired them to know who they really were. There was one woman in particular they idolized, Evelyn Hart, a high-profile education consultant they practically worshipped. Did she know they'd abandoned their son? I typed a letter on Gramps' dusty computer. No rage, just facts. I explained how Lydia and Paul Morrow let their son rot to protect their daughter's future. I attached hospital paperwork, copies of the messages, even a social worker's notes. I ended with, "Asterisk, I thought you should know who you're endorsing. Sincerely, Caleb Morrow, asterisk." I hit send. For a while, nothing happened. But then I noticed her name vanish from their website. Their client list thinned out. Whispers spread. There was no public scandal, just a quiet, slow unraveling. Months later, I saw them again. A fundraiser. I'd just spoken on stage about surviving, about self-worth. People clapped, listened, saw me. My parents stood near the back, smaller somehow, diminished. They didn't say anything. They didn't need to. I'd already lived what they thought I wouldn't. I didn't win by tearing them down. I won by standing tall. Gramps taught me love isn't a reward you earn. It's a promise you honor. So now I ask, when was the moment you chose yourself? Let's remind each other why we're worth the fight.